Good morning. Just wanted to do a little bit of a informational video, I guess you could say, on what we've learned going through the process of building our products for Next Level Deer Supplements. We're working with a nutritionist that really knows his stuff. He's been doing this for over 25 years, specializing in ruminant nutrition. He actually has a master's in ruminant nutrition. He has a master's in biochemistry, so he knows what he's talking about. When it comes down to utilization, and that's a word that you'll see us use a lot through our Twitter and Facebook and through our other videos. Sorry about the sun glare. If I can get that. Utilization. What that is the minerals and vitamins that you want your deer to use, or you think that they're using, in order to get the effects that everybody's looking for, which means bigger bodies, bigger antlers, better lactation for the does, healthy fawns. It needs to be broken down. And typically, deer have a hard time doing that when minerals are in their raw form. Chelated is more of a buzzword. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's not the end-all be-all. Deer have a hard time breaking down those kinds of elements. So what you need to do, or what we do, and we believe in, and was advised to do by a ruminant nutritionist, is you help the rumen. And how we do that is we help control single cell organisms in the rumen. We help the bacteria, which do the majority of the work. We help them flourish in an optimum population. And then we basically, I guess you could say, supercharge those bacteria so that they're working like crazy. So that they can actually break down what you're giving them and what you want them to be breaking down. And then we use vasodilators to carry that throughout the entire system of the deer in a very rapid manner. So that when you're providing your deer with proper supplementation, and you have a good clover food plot or high protein soybean field that they're utilizing, during summer, they're getting those nutrients faster. So when it comes to blood flow for deer that are growing antlers, that means they're getting more blood flow to the antlers, which means more antlers, bigger antlers, heavier, more dense, more mass. For does, that means lactation. For fawns, that means they're starting out way ahead. Studies have shown that fawns that start out with a protein diet, or percentage of their diet that is higher in protein, can be up to 20% bigger later in life, body size and antler size, than if they don't have that. So supplemental feeding is very crucial if you're wanting to grow big deer. There's nothing on the market that will help you grow huge, enormous 200-inch deer overnight. It's a process. You have to be committed to that process. So you get those does using your Next Level products, the mineral and the supplemental feed. We actually offer two different feeds. We have a spring-summer feed, which is higher in protein, and then we have a fall and winter feed, which we adjust the protein levels and the fiber levels for that time of year and kind of the environment that the deer are going to be in. And what the goal is to get the does on the supplements, and obviously the bucks too, because it's going to help. But older deer don't require near as much protein and near as much as the vitamins and minerals that the younger ones do, because the older deer, by the time they get over 3.5, 4 years old, their body has, or their skeletal system has reached its size. they've reached their, I guess, their potential for their skeletal system anyways. And at that time, that's when they can really pack on inches if they have the supplemental feed. But as far as putting them farther ahead, it starts when that fawn is in the belly of the mother getting the nutrients, when she's visiting the supplement sites, and when she's getting more out of everything she's eating from browse and food plots and crop fields. So that when that fawn is born, it's already coming out of the womb as healthy as can be. So then after several weeks, when that fawn starts onto solid foods, that mother is so used to going to the supplement sites and so used to using the mineral and the feed that the fawn is going to do what the mom does. So then that fawn starts using the supplements. And that's when you put that deer way ahead of the curve, so that 3, 4, 5 years down the road, if that deer lives that long, that's how it can reach its maximum potential. We include the ingredients to help the rumen not only in our mineral, but they're in our feeds also, and eventually they will be in our blocks. Our blocks we're still working on and developing and getting them in just kind of how we want them. But we don't just stop at a mineral. The supplemental feed is very, very crucial if you want to put those fawns ahead, because of the protein diet that they need to be on in order to put them ahead of the game. We're using only the highest quality ingredients. We don't cut any corners whatsoever. The quality of our mineral is as high a quality as you can get, in our opinion. It's got a great aroma to it, which is all natural. We don't add any artificial apple or artificial this or that to it. I don't want to say we don't believe in it. I know it works, but we feel we don't need to do that. When the deer find something and they try it, which we've had zero problem with deer tasting or getting used to the mineral supplement, and it's good for them, they crave nutrition. Their body wants to be as good as it can be. And when they find something that's good for them, typically that'll outweigh other things that are not as good for them. Their bodies crave nutrition. Our feed is the same way. At this time, we don't have any artificial flavors in it whatsoever. Again, we don't believe that you necessarily need to do that. If you're putting your feeder in the right spot in a good area for deer movement, they're gonna find it. It's just like dumping out a bag of corn. A bag of corn doesn't have strong aroma that you got to try and draw a deer from far and wide and everywhere else miles away. Deer will follow other deer. Deer are going to be roamers, so they're going to go where other deer are at. And when other deer, your local deer, are using your feeders and using your supplements, they're going to draw in deer from other properties. And once the other deer find your supplements, that's when they're going to start using them regularly also. I'm not saying aroma doesn't help. I'm just saying it's not the end-all be-all for attracting deer to your property. The pellets that we have are show quality pellets. I don't know if you're familiar with show quality feeds for goats and sheep and cows especially. That's the quality of feed and pellets that we wanted. We want each and every pellet to contain all the nutrients that we're trying to deliver to the deer. So it's not just, well, whatever we can get cheapest. It's like, no, it's whatever is the highest quality. That's what we were after. And I think we've accomplished that. But if you're wanting to see results, you can't just go buy a bag of this and a bag of that at Tractor Supply or Orscheln's or some other farm and home store and dump it out, and oh, the deer are hammering it. Just because deer eat something does not necessarily mean that it's being broke down and utilized like you hope it is. And just because there are products out there that have super high levels of calcium and phosphorus does not mean that that's what the deer are getting. Most times they're lucky to get half that, even a third of that, which is why we incorporated the ingredients we have to up that utilization and up that absorption. So typically our products will give more than what it says on the bag for a percentage. So we're 10 to 11, 12% calcium, 5% phosphorus. They'll actually get more than those percentages because of the utilization and because of the absorption from the help that we're giving the rumen and using the vasodilators to rapidly deliver those nutrients. Kind of explain what the vasodilators are. Say you have a 2-lane highway and it is packed bumper to bumper, and that's your nutrition. What the vasodilators do is like turning that into a 4-lane interstate. So everything moves faster and way more of it, so that deer is rapidly getting everything that their body is needing at that time, on time, and they're filling reserves at the same time. So that also helps with heat stress. It lowers the heart rate. It lets the blow flood way easier. Vasodilators widen blood vessels. That's what they do. So your deer is not as stressed out, which means they're going to stay on a more consistent feed pattern. That's going to help them deal with the stresses of hot summer heat, and it'll help them greatly with immunity, and which is our goal. Obviously, nobody has the silver bullet to help with EHD or CWD, but all you can do is help your deer be as immune as possible, and vasodilators extremely affect that. So just a little video I wanted to share with you guys today, tell you a little bit about our products, help educate you a little bit. And I am by no means the authority on this. Sorry, I'm driving. On the authority on this, it's all surrounding ourselves with people that are way smarter than we are, and people that specialize in this and have lots and lots and lots of education about this. Surround yourself with smart people. That's what we did. My partner and I, Scott, we set out to offer the best, most effective supplements that you can build, but keep it affordable. We think everybody should get to grow big deer. So I think we've accomplished that, and hopefully you'll check out our website. It's nextleveldeer.com, spelled NXT. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, and we're working on a YouTube channel also. So we appreciate any follows, and good luck to you.